Now, the first thing making a deck is you're going to pick a person. It's pretty obvious. And for true solo, you really need a flex, right? You can't only do one job. You gotta do both jobs yourself. Um, and I also want to like talk through my decisions, so I don't want to be someone that I kind of already know. Um, so I'm gonna go with Roland. Um, so one, he's the core set investigator that I have like never played, so you should like get an okay understanding. Um, and then uh, he's also a bit of a flex. He's not like crazy good at clues, but the power really helps a lot. And yeah, so let's make a new deck with Roland. All right, it comes with all the parallel cards. I'm also learning Arkham build, so uh, you have to bear with me a little bit. Do I want the advanced signatures? So I think it might only be the core set. I'm not sure. Some have advanced. If you take it, you just also have to take the worst weakness. Um, with 3 clues on it. When you would discover one or more clue at your location, discard that many clues from cover up instead. When the game ends, if there are any clues I use for one mental trauma. So you have to get an extra clue, which isn't that bad. Spin one ammo fight, you get +1 if it's attack. Actually, can I see? You cannot trigger cover up if there are no clues on your location. Okay, so I need to. It might behoove me to leave a clue on a lower shroud place. Like if I can find a 1 or a 2, I can leave the last clue there. Um, it's kind of like my cover up solution. um, you get +2 for this attack. If there are one or more clues on your location, you get +4 instead. This attack deals +1 damage, and if it defeats an enemy, and there are no clues on your location, you can get it back. I am going to take the advanced, because getting this to the difference between my fist being 5 or 6, and 6 is just a bigger number. Um, also has a chance of getting ammo back, which is kind of like nuts. I think this is just better than this is just worth the extra clue, I think. So I'm not sure if I would ever take the normal with Roland. There's also the replacement. A fast player either place one clue on your location or discover one clue location and remove it from the game. That's weird. Oh, place 2 of my clues on your location. Hmm. Do I want both? So as replacements, you can also take both. Um, it makes sense. It helps me not die to cover up. Um, what does this do? I just dropped them on the ground. Let's do both. This is mostly out of curiosity. I might have made it weaker by doing both. But in theory, I am getting clues, so this is like the time to actually use it. It's legacy. There's no limited con. There's no seal tag. All right, and now we can make things. So when I do a flex, I start with finding my two weapons and my two cards to get clues, and I set two copies of each in. So that's like my first step because that's what is going to give me direction. I'm gonna know, uh, I'm gonna know what I want to do after I know those cards. These are all the things that fight. And what am I gonna choose? My fist is only a 4. You kind of need to be punching at 5, I think, for Colt. But it is really good. Six bullets for 3 ammo is pretty fucking good. This is just the core. This is the Guardian gun. So we'll start there. Crowbar is really an investigate thing, but I'm pretty confident I want to use it. So I'll add it for now. The machete's just good. I know it's boring, but what can you do? The Remington is certainly more fun than the automatic. But is it better for me? I don't really have a way to play with it. This is like really good with like fast assets. And I'm pretty confident I'm not going to have those. So, I think I would rather pay the extra money for more bullets. Chain plate is also really good. It's more consistent because I can always hit at 5 even when I'm out of bullets. I'm not sure if I'm going to do the automatic or the blade, but for now I'll just add both. It's really hard to make double hands good. Katana uses foot. I'm obviously not doing that. Runic Axe is just generically good. I feel like I don't want to use it. I kind of want to be more simple for this one because it's best like show y'all. So, yeah, I'm gonna stay away from like weird stuff. I'm just trying to make something honestly kind of boring. um, I'm still on the fence about Enchanted Blade or automatic, so I'll wait till later. It's looking like because of Crowbar, it's looking like we're doing like fist matters, right? Because I can investigate with fist. Anytime you can investigate and fight with the same thing, things that buff that stat obviously get better. So I want things that up my fist next, right? Because this cares about fist, this cares about fist, this cares about fist, this cares about fist, this cares about fists. But let's look up the investigate action first, actually. Cryptographic cipher isn't bad. Whoa. Um, it's it is slightly better than +2 book. -2 shroud is slightly better than +2 book. My TV just fell. So this is 3 clues. You only get the one, but you can also like deduct it. You get +1 book because investigation succeed, discovered. Okay, so fingerprint is greedier, right? It gives me 6 clues instead of 3. The cryptographic cipher helps my score a bit more. I also, in theory, get clues for free because I'm rolling bakes. Um, so I'm leaning more cryptographic cipher. Well, actually, I guess the flashlight's just a cheaper version of that. Um, so basically, for the cryptographic cipher, I'm spending an extra money for the fast. Um, and I don't think my skills are good enough to use the fast. So I think flashlight's actually where it's at. Um, yeah, I'm definitely not using foot. Um, basically, anytime you see something that's like you can use this instead of this, you're paying for that. So, like, the idea of healing the horror is interesting and it's something I should like think about. But honestly, like this card would cost less if I couldn't use foot to investigate with it. Um, so in theory, it's just more expensive for me for Roland to play for no reason. Um, now if you need the horror heal, it could still be good. But I don't particularly need that. So we're gonna stop there. Um, yeah, I can't like naked investigate. It's not gonna work. Okay. So these are my 7 and 4. I still have to choose. I think I'm gonna do the Enchanted Blade. It's one less bullet, but that's fine. um, well, I don't know. I have machete. I have crowbar in a pinch. Oh, because of that. Crowbar can fight in a pinch, so I'm actually gonna agree. The choices were this is an extra bullet. I guess I'll go into detail about. Okay, so this is 4 bullets for 4 money. Um, and this is 3 bullets for 3 money, but you can still use it to hit after it's after it's out of bullets. You can still do +1 to hit. And you might be thinking like, isn't that just better? And it kind of is. One, this uses the arcane slot, which for me is nothing. It might as well not exist that price. But I currently don't have a lot of card draw. So this shooting one extra time is it's real. Even though it's a bullet per it's even though it's a money per bullet each time. Um this comes into play with one more bullet on it. So it's gonna last longer until I have to find the next one. Um and I think that's slightly better. I think either one would be fine. I'm kind of super duper analyzing for the sake of the video. Okay, and now we're gonna have some fun. So this is our core, right? Sounding Revelation. When you search your deck, okay, I'm not really doing that. Um, this could be good. Because currently, if there's like a 5, I'm just fucked. I just don't win unless through my power, which is like really like janky. So this is like more I don't know, more proactive instead of reactive. Cracked Case, that's a great card. It does kind of there's some anti-synergy actually. Um, this reduces the shroud, and flashlight also reduces the shroud. So maybe that's not good. Emergency cast just generically good. Clean them out. Yeah, I just don't. I mean, I guess with breach the door, this could work. It's hard to do this because you can't do this and flashlight in the same time because they're actions. Um, but yeah, maybe that's good enough. Okay. This will be enough money, I think. I wouldn't mind more, but it's a level 0 deck, so you kind of struggle a bit in your level 0 deck. Placing a clue on my location, it's very useful. Maybe I don't want this. Because I can do stuff like Bizarre Diagnosis, which is kind of cool. So obviously placing a clue on my location is good. It allows me to defeat my cover-up, because there has to be a clue there for me to actually do it. And then Roland's gets like +4 thing, and it heals me. Yeah, that's pretty good. I might run it at 1 for now. I guess we'll talk about the difference between running run or 2 or something. um, Basically, if something's going to sit in your hand for a long time, you can run 1 of it. Um, and if you can run 1 of it, uh, you should start out that way. So this is like kind of nichey, right? I'm only going to do it when I'm either about to die to damage, which I have 9 of, so that's not really a threat. It's mostly to drop a clue on my location so I can shoot better or something like that, or defeat my weakness, etc. Um, and so that can happen later, right? If I draw this, it's gonna sit in my hand for like at least 5 or 6 turns, more likely than not, um, until it's useful. So I'm gonna run 1 of it. It's the basic idea. You can run 2 of this because its symbols are good. That's kind of secretly why Seeker's so good. It's because their stuff also has good icons on it. Um, but you see, uh, it's $2, which is just a perception. It doesn't draw again. But for now, we'll start at 1. We might bump it up to 2. This can also heal an ally, so we'll probably do some beat cop stuff. I'm really confident I'm gonna get beat cop, so I'm gonna do that now. uh, Beat cop. Oh, that's fine. Boop, boop. The beat cop's good. It gets +1 fist. We care about fist. It's the best ally for us. Um, we have our money. We have a direction. This is kind of random. Let me look at more clue stuff. Is there other things that will drop a clue on my location? Place. Is there a place on placement charger secret? No. Okay. It's not hard for me to pass this. I gain 2. I can draw 2 cards, gain 2 money. I think I do need more money. I'm tempted to do this. Um, it can turn into heal if I need to. Moving twice is insane. I'm never gonna do that, but that's fine. Let's try it. Arcade class, we're not doing that kind of stuff. We do have Um, let's grab. We can do this and then Bandolier. We'll think about that for a while. I'm not wild about it. There's a lot. This is a lot of hands. I don't particularly like where we're going right now. Um, yeah, no, this is bad. I'm being too cute. Let's stuff that's not in the hand. Can I search by slot? Yes. Okay, I need an accessory. Clean Gut is generically good. Um, Hallowed Mirror is also just good. Help me not die. Can Soothing heal allies? It can heal allies. Let's do that. Currently the plan is to upgrade Beat Cop pretty early. And he hurts himself to deal damage. So the idea is basically I get a lot of ally heal. Then I abuse him. Um, that's also really good. Maybe I do that. We'll see which one I want. Uh, we have an ally. We need arcane slots in a perfect world. Flash forward. These don't seem good. Actually, those seem crazy. I want to try it. It's new. Let's try it out. A body. Is there any body I want? These aren't supplies, right? I do have a lot of items. Okay, skills. Skill boost. Oh, because it's assets. Skill icons. There we go. Interesting. Okay. Vicious blow. Really good. Deduction. Really good. I need guts to live, I think. Unexpected courage is just generic. Oh no, take the initiative. It's my version. I can drop a clue on the ground, so I like that. I guess I don't need you. Um, okay. So I need to get rid of 5 cards. Five whole cards. Breach the door seems like I only need one. God, I don't know. I don't. I just need the money though. This is the hardest part. It's whittling it down. I mean, I guess I don't need Uncanny Specimen, right? It is fun. Uh, no, it's fine. I don't have the money anyways. I'm so poor. Um, I'm thinking like that. Is there anything else I could get rid of? I could get rid of a machete, or I guess an automatic, and then keep. I kind of want to keep breach the door because if there's a 5, I'm just like screwed. We'll do that. Um, and then we'll save. So here's the point of the deck. Can I save it? Yeah, cool. Um, Basically, we investigate with fight through crowbar and breach the door, kind of. Flashlight's just like redundancy. And we fight with fight. That's pretty obvious. Um, and then we make the fight better with B Cup. Can I do better? Do I want to get rid of deduction and turn it into something, actually? If there's an event called On the Hunt. Yeah. I like that over deduction. So the point is, On the Hunt finds an enemy. I'm good at killing those. And when I kill them, I get a clue, which is what deduction does. So this is just a better deduction for me because I'm rolling. I get a clue when I kill a dude, and that'll be our deck. Hooray! I'm a little, I don't know, not worried, but I have a feeling something's wrong. I can't look at the station's a hand. I'm getting rid of that. I just don't have the hand slots for that. Am I getting deduction back? I can just do this. Yeah, let's just do that. You and your partners have been investigating strange events taking place in the home city of Arkham, Massachusetts. Over the past few weeks, several townspeople have mysteriously gone missing. Recently, their corpses turned up in the woods, savaged and half-eaten. The police and newspapers have stated that wild animals are responsible, but you believe there is something else going on. You are gathered together at the lead investigator's home to discuss these bizarre events. Um, and then it is late at night. You are holed up in your study, researching the bloody disappearances that have been taking place in the region. A few hours into your research, you hear the sound of strange chanting coming from the parlor down the hall. At the same time, you hear dirt churning as if something were digging beneath your floor. As you leap to investigate, the door to your study vanishes before your eyes, leaving behind a strange gateway to another part of your house. There must be a reason why this is happening. So I'm trying to get 3 clues to the guest hall. Oh, right, I never drafted my my weakness. Um, so how I like to do it. Um, Choose one to kill, and I randomly get one of the other two. It's not bad. That's not bad. This one can't work. Multiplayer only. This is an enemy. Is it after? I mean, these fight enemies, and that's what I'm good at. So I'm gonna do that. Mob Enforcer. Cool. Let me change that in the deck list before I forget. Okay. So for this mulligan, when you draw a weakness, you get to just replace it. I have bullets. I have weapons. I have too many weapons, if anything. Um, This is a 3. I'm gonna do something like that. So I'm basically looking for a way to investigate, right? That was another weakness, so I got to replace it. And then we start playing. I'm going to start with a backpack. Look at the top 6 cards. Any items and supplies I can put underneath it. So that's going underneath. And you can put a backpack in a backpack, it turns out. That's all of them, though. I am going to play the special. Am I just raw dogging this? I think I am. So I get 2 money. And if it hits, it's going to be fucking awesome. -4. Oh well. I guess I got the 2 money. So. Uh, that was actually kind of stupid because if I drew the cultist, I would take a horror. But I don't know. Only so much you can do. So we're gonna upkeep. New round. Doom gets placed. We're at 1 out of 3. Draw a bad card. Ancient Evils meant I placed another Doom, so we're at 2 out of 3. This is gonna flip next time. But I'm just trying to get this clue. I do have draw 3 cards, and I think I'm gonna do that. Okay. And then I'm going to spend my 3 money to play my crowbar. And now I can investigate with fist, which is slightly better. But that is on my turn. So I'm a little poor right now, which is what I was worried about with this deck. But it's working enough. Your house continues to change before your very eyes. The walls have decayed, and the ground in many rooms has turned to dirt. It's almost as if you have been transported somewhere else entirely. Although every now and again you recognize elements of your former home. And when? What happens? Leave that to the side. Either we discard 1 card at random, or I take 2 horror. I'm gonna lose the card. That's fine. 2 out of 5 horror is not worth a card. Bad card. If it's for 3 or more cards in hand, must take a damage and horror. That's not me. Our test will 2 to discard 2 cards. I will take the initiative. So I'm at 6 against 2. I succeed. I get to keep my cards. And I will now investigate with crowbar. So this is 4 against 3. It's not. It's still not great. This is like defense though. Let's try it. +1. Hey. And then I'm moving. Best case in this location cannot take draw actions. There are no clues here, so I'll move to the bathroom. After you reveal a symbol while investigating the bathroom, you lose all remaining actions and end your turn. Gross. Upkeep. An Emony. Doom. Draw. An Emony. Well then. I'm gonna start. So I want this clue to stay here for a second because I get +4 while there's a clue here. So I'm going to start by shooting the Mob Enforcer. So that's an 8 against a 4, which is pretty good. 2 whole damage. And then I will shoot the Grave Eater. And it dies, and I get a clue because of Roland. And I would rather fight at 6. Maybe I should just Fish Explode it in hindsight. I guess they're both 6, so we'll crowbar him in the face. -1. Crisis averted. Upkeep, Doom, draw, rats. I'm tempted to just take 2 damage. Because the 3rd clue must be here. Right, we know there's 3 clues to get, and this is the only place we haven't seen yet. So I could move twice and then kill them with the crowbar and get the clue for 2 damage. And I kind of like that. So I'm going to move. They hurt me. And I'm going to move. And they hurt me. And I'm going to crowbar them. And they die. And I get the last clue. In hindsight, I didn't really get much out of that because I just spent on the guess hole anyway. Well, no, I did. That's fine. Upkeep. 7 out of 8. Doom. Bad card. Crypt Chill. Okay. This is why Take the Initiative is in the deck. That's 6 against 4. Auto fail. It happens. I'm thinking the backpack. I must lose an asset. Because I failed. So I will lose the backpack. Woo! Alright, our turns. Move. I will spend the 3 clues. The layout of your home is vastly different from its usual structure. Somehow your guest hall seems to have looped around in on itself, and you are stuck with no way to enter the main hallway near the front of the house. You notice that the wall between the guest bedroom and the bathroom is rotted and stained with what appears to be old blood. With no other way to proceed, you have no choice but to bust through the weak, rotted wall. So I put a bunch of stuff into location, basically. Nope. And the parlor. And then I move to the guest hall, or to the hole in the wall. Boop. And then I test Will 4. And for each point I fail by, I discard a card. I could put Clean Them Out in. And I think I would, because if I lose cards, this is one of the ones I hope it hits. So I'm going to commit Clean Them Out, so I'm equal. Hey, and I lose nothing. Let's go. Let's head to the attic. After you enter the attic, take a horror. No. And I will investigate with crowbar. 4 against 1. -2. There's no ghoul here. Clue. That's all. Upkeep. A beat cop, finally. Test Will 3. For each point you fail by, discard 1 card at random from your hand. Um, so if I lose this, it would suck, but I really don't have any way to fight it. So, yuck. I lose 2 cards. No, my B cop. Why? Oh, no, that's not. Doesn't go there. So we crowbar, move down to the cellar, take a damage. I have to reveal the cellar. Not to enter. Those are my actions. Upkeep, Doom, 5 out of 7, draw. Can I play assets or events? Okay, that's fine. Actually, I should have on the hunted this. I forgot I had it in my hand. I would have absolutely 100% on the hunted this. So I search a 9. And I'm just trying to find some random thing. Um, this is a victory point. It's on the hunt. Make it spawn on me. Yeah. Let's get the victory point. And I'm going to roll in special. So 8 against 8. Yeah. It's good as getting. 2 damage. 8 against 8. He's dead. I get a clue. Am I breaching the door for this last one? Or am I just like committing machete or something? I'm gonna do breach the door. The reasoning is if I like draw cover up, I can kill it quickly. Um, and it doesn't really save me the actions because I know how this works out. I can only spend clues at the end of my turn, so do 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 4 against 1, and I don't think I'm making it better. Kind of need this machete. Yeah, I'll make it better. Ooh, um, that's a minus. I mean, this is a 0 cost. Neat. Upacop. Doom. Bad cards. Obscuring Fog. No, I have to try now. I'm going to queue up. We're good. And then I'll move to the hall so I can spin them at the end of the round. And that's stupid. I have no way to refill this. Okay. Oopcop. Doom. Oh, well, at the end of the round, am I doing this knowing this will flip? Um, I think I wait. So it's currently the end of the round. I can... I'll just do it blind. Oops. I do have a clue. Using the barrel from the attic, you carry ice and snow from the cellar and hurl it at the barrier. The barrier sparks and shudders as it consumes the ice, then hisses and fades out of existence. I can reveal the parlor. We can go there now. And then Lita Chandler spawns there, and the Gold Priest spawns on my face. Now this resets. Oh, a woman with a torch stands in your parlor, a glimmer of hatred in her eyes. What have you done to my barrier? She screams, furious. Before you can answer, a ghastly wail sounds behind you, and a creature wearing robes and a deer skull mask tears through the wall, advancing toward you. If it's defeated, advance. It's the last card. So basically, if we kill this thing, we win. But this is also flipping. A feral beast, roughly humanoid with a canine cast and hooves for feet, tears through the ground in front of you. Below the floor, you can see vast tunnels beneath your house. Fiendish howling echoes deep within your caverns. I'm going to shuffle, and then until I find a ghoul, and then I draw it. But it spawns in the bathroom, which is fine. You hear a crazed howl outside, and suddenly all the creatures turn their attention to that sound. They rush to escape the house, breaking down the doors and clawing at everything in their way. At the end of the enemy phase, they start walking towards me, and more doom adds. Yeah, there's more of it. I still have to draw a bad card. Some Ancient Smeevils. Add a doom. Bye-bye. Okay, so I'm going to shoot this guy in the face. Let's give a vicious blow. I'm at 6 against 4. That's enough. -1. 3 damage. I'm shooting this guy in the face. He's dead. We advance. When the rogue creature falls, the fiendish swarm burrows back into the ground, and the chaos of the house quiets, but the stranger in parlor doesn't seem relieved. You broke my seal that was set to trap the ghouls within. Now you must take more direct measures and burn this hell pit to the ground. The lead investigator must decide. It was never much of a home, burn it down. Or it is my home. No way we're burning it. I'm gonna burn it. So we get resolution 1. You nod and allow the weird-haired woman to set the walls and floor of your house ablaze. The fire spreads quickly, and you run out the front door to avoid being caught in the inferno. From the sidewalk, you watch as everything you own is consumed by the flames. Come with me, the woman says. You must be told of the threat that lurks below. Alone, we are surely doomed, but together, we can stop it. In your campaign log, record that your house burned to the ground. Burned house. The lead investigator earns the lead channel card and may include it in their deck. We'll do that later. The lead investigator suffers a mental trauma from watching their house burn to the ground. Each investigator earns experience points equal to the victory in the display, as well as 2 bonus experience. So we get 7. Welcome back. We won. We got 7 experience. And Lita Chandler. I think I'm gonna take her. Campaign. There we go. Each of us gets +1 fist. And when investigate location successfully deal +1. Yeah, I'm definitely taking that. I just had to kill that guy, and I shot him. Shot him with my gun. Okay, so what upgrades are we doing? I felt like I needed more money. So let's see what money exists. That's a cool card. I didn't know it did that. It's very neat. That's interesting. Blade of Yaw. Spend 1 to 2 charges to fight, and you can use weird. It's a weird card. um, what am I losing? I could do like a charisma and then just upgrade both of these beat cops. I kind of like that. Upgrading the backpack is also good. This chat box is on the screen for so long. Do you like that, I guess? Um, yeah, I like that. So, Charisma's a good card to keep an eye on. I would like both of these up. And then the point of the deck was to upgrade B Cop so I could heal him. And I don't think we changed the plan. So that's 7 of my 7 spent. Okay. We start. That's dead. I burned my house down. Start in Rivertown. Again, I mean, that's about. I guess I get rid of these two and I hope to draw an ally. Put the roll-in special out. I have On the Hunt and Clean Them Out, so kind of want to be greedy with it. Bad. Please. Bad roll. Do I just gain a money? That seems so wrong. Yeah, I'll gain a money. Gross. 3 things done. Upkeep. Place of Doom. 1 out of 6. Lita seems. Oh, well, I forgot to read again. What's wrong with me? Do. In the wake of the disaster at your home, Lita Chandler, the red-haired woman from your parlor, lays out a tale that, even in light of what you've just witnessed, strains the limits of your belief. The creatures in your home, she claims, are called ghouls. Cruel beings who plague the crypts, caverns, and tunnels beneath the city of Arkham. These creatures feed on the corpses of humans, and they are served by a dark cult within Arkham, whose members have inexplicably come to worship the ancient masters of the ghouls. This cult has been killing innocent people and feeding them to the ghouls, satiating a monstrous hunger. A dark balance was maintained, until now, recently, Leah continues. One of those layers, where the corpses were stored, was destroyed. Since then, the ghouls have been more active than usual. I've tracked their movements and tried my best to stop them from running amok throughout the city, but I think there is something worse going on. The cult has been planning something darker and more ominous than anything I've yet observed. Indications are that this plan shall come to fruition tonight, shortly after midnight. Beyond that, I cannot fathom what to expect. Many of the cultists, Lita continues, will seem like everyday people. Despite their foul intentions, whenever the cult meets, its members don masks shaped like the skulls of various animals to protect their identities from one another. These masks are our mark. Symbols of death and decay. We must unmask the cultists to expose and to reveal their plans. But we have but a few hours. The more cultists we find before midnight, the better. So we gotta find a bunch of cultists. Lita convinced of a conspiracy within the city of Arkham. She believes that a secret cult serves the ghouls that live in the crypts beneath the city, and that several of the cult's prominent members are scattered throughout Arkham. As you begin searching for them, you can't shake the feeling that you too are being hunted. We can resign. You have one night to find the members of the cult and unveil their plan. The more members of the cult you find and interrogate before midnight, the better. Basically, as an action, I can spend 2 clues, draw the top card of this deck. I'm trying to kill all these cultists in this deck. Basic idea. I drew Mob Enforcer. Great. Place a Doom. Draw a bad card. False Lead. If you have no clues, False Save gains Surge. It be Surgeon. Peril. You must either spend 1 clue or take 2 damage. Not much of a choice. But this is an enemy, which I'm pretty good about. I didn't have to on the hunt because I drew the enemy from my deck. So I will shoot him for 8. Actually, I will clean him out. And I'll just draw good. It's easy. Just draw good. Tragic. I will shoot him. I needed the +4, jeez. I will shoot him. He is dead. I killed a guy. I get a clue. Upkeep. Now there's no clue here also, so I still don't want to draw an enemy. Fuck that card. Attach the farthest cultist enemy in play and place a Doom on it. If there are no cultists, you search the deck for an enemy and place it into play. And the attached enemy gets +2 health. And aloof. So, I'm going to choose this guy. He has to go as far away as possible, which is either this corner or up here. I'll choose up here. After you spawn it, you must either place a Doom on it or place a clue on its location. I think I want to place the clue. Because Doom is bad. And I will now move over here. That's pretty good. I will move. I will play Crowbar. I will use Crowbar. 4 against 2. I did it. Upkeep. New round. Doom. Bad card. Oh, no, there's no enemy. There's no clear. For each investigator with 2 or more clues, takes 2 horror. Or I place a Doom on the agenda. Because we didn't take if no horror is dealt this way, I place a Doom on the agenda. I'm gonna move. I don't have to care about this guy because he has aloof. He's just gonna chill there forever. Yeah. 3 whole clues out of 4. This is where Breach the Door would be good. I'm gonna start with a draw. I'm gonna Crowbar, and I'm gonna commit Inquiring Mind to actually pass. -0, I didn't need it. Feels bad. Upkeep Doom. I actually do want an enemy, so I'm gonna do the thing. Search the top cards, 9 cards for an enemy, and spawn it on me. I choose you. I'll place a Doom. It doesn't really matter. And then I'll play Cleave them out. And I'll commit the second Crowbar. So I am 2 up. The -1 doesn't win. I get a clue from my power. I will draw. And I will Crowbar for the 0 and just get it. It'll be easy. Tragic. Nargoth. Engage with prey. Okay. He has 7 health, which is a lot. I definitely don't want another enemy, so I'll just do that. I take 2 horror. There is heal horror 3 here, so I'm not too worried. Assuming I don't die to this thing. I guess I don't, though. Here's the special. Here's a vicious blow. It's basically auto fail or bust. I deal 3 damage because of vicious blow. Ooh, actually, I don't kill this thing, don't I? If I shoot, that's 5. That's not enough. Does he ever retaliate? No, just Hunter. Yeah, let's just shoot him. And then I'm evading, because otherwise I die. 7 health is like a lot. 3 against 3. That's the most I can do. Elder Sign, never punished. I still don't want an enemy. Obscuring Fog. That's fine. That's nothing, actually. Okay, my turn. I am going to Crowbar you with a Vicious Blow. You die. I will use my power to gain a clue. I'm going to use my action to heal this horror. And then I play the machete, I think. Please. Upkeep. Doom. 2 out of 8. Oh, I don't. That's... Yeah. This guy's a Chad. There's a Doom on him. I'm going to use an action to draw the top cultist. She spawns in south side. Parlay, draw the top 3 cards in counter deck, and then she dies. And I'll do it. Am I doing it again? Take 2 horror if I don't have 2 clues. I'm worrying about haunting horror. I know it places a Doom, so I don't want the clues. Miskatonic University. I can spend 2 clues to kill him. Pretty good. I'll move over here. Upkeep. Doom. Draw. That's actually want to lose this. Test Foot 4. If you fail, take a damage in horror, and then move here, basically. Um, and that's fine. I'm just gonna lose. I could have like take the initiative to try and pass, but it's really not that big of a deal. And I can now use this to do that, which I kind of like. Um, so 1, 2, and then I can't quite kill him. He only does the damage. Use an action. Get rid of take initiative to delete the doom off of this guy using this place's power. Then I'll move here. And I'll strike him with my machete. 2 damage. The enemy phase hits me for 1. Upkeep. Doom. Draw. Eye of... Now this is actually kind of annoying. I don't want to have to move again. So I can make it 5. Like, not even. In a world where I could commit, like, both take the initiatives, this was real, but what are the chances? If I draw a -1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's over a coin flip. I'll do it. Tragic. Okay, so I fail. So I get yoinked away again. It's like really annoying. I'm gonna move down here. That would have been nice. I'm gonna machete. I'm gonna crowbar. She dies. I use my power to gain this clue. Upkeep. Draw. I still don't want an enemy. Because there's no clues here. Fall asleep. Book 4, huh? I'll just pick it back up. So basically if I fail, I'm gonna drop this clue on the location. I do. But I'm just gonna crowbar it up. Then move up here. And machete him a question. No, actually, no. No. I ain't moving first. What am I talking about? Where did my where did my card go? Okay. I will be a very tiny charisma for the rest of this game. I guess my fucking card disappeared. Okay, take back that move. I crowbarred that. I will now play B cup, and then I'll move, and I'll use this lightning bolt to kill this man, and use my power to get this clue. B cup's pretty good. Upkeep, doom, draw. A bad guy. Damn, I do not want to spend time killing you. Do I have a choice? Do I have a choice? Not really. Yeah, I just have to do it. Sucks. Um, 6 against 3. 2 damage. 6 against 3. Dead. There's no clue to get here. And I guess I just draw it into the graveyard. This is probably my last guy. I don't have clues. Is there an Ancient Evils in here? It's just Hunting Horrors, right? How many cards do you have to discard? 4 or 5? 4? 1, 2. Yeah, I need these cards. I think I just go for it. Locked door. Place with the most clues, which is there. So it attaches to the place with the most clues, which is here. And I have to break the locked door before I could get these clues, basically. But yeah, I'm just gonna move over. 4. Set you into the river. Test will 3. If you fail, take 2 horror or move to Rivertown. I don't think it matters. Oh no. I will take the horror. Now I'll go back. And then I'm going to parlay him. Discard these cards in my hand. Kill him. Upkeep. Doom. 12 bells ring out across the town. It is midnight. There is no time left to investigate the city. You must act based on the information you've collected from the cultists you've found. Resolution 2. 12 bells ring out, signaling midnight. You're out of time. The cult's ritual will begin shortly. You've managed to obtain some useful information about the cult and its plans. You can only hope it's enough. These 2 cultists got away. Jeremiah Price and Ruth Turner. I just kind of put it up there. Ghoul Priest is not alive. We get 6 XP. So let's spend it. What am I missing? Still kind of money. Maybe backpack. Is there a better way for me to investigate? I could upgrade the flashlight. Assets. 1 to 5. Actions. Investigate. It's not bad. It's not bad. I do kind of like that over like a flashlight. I don't know. I kind of need my weapons kind of suck. Is there a better? I can buy 2 of them. I'm thinking I just buy one of these backpack upgrades. So backpack lets me like search further, and then these weapons let me fight better. Pretty simple. After a frantic nighttime search throughout Arkham, you have tracked down and oh, wait, actually, did I do all the resolution too? It is past midnight. I think I forgot to do that. After a frantic nighttime search throughout Arkham, you have tracked down and questioned several members of the cult. Your findings are disturbing. They claim to worship a being known as Umordoth, a monstrous entity from another realm. You are able to confirm much of Lita's story. The cult is agitated over the destruction of a ghoul lair. However, a surprising detail also turns up. The one who invaded the lair and set this night's event in motion herself was none other than Lita Chandler herself. You are not sure why this important detail was omitted from her story. Did she tell you only as much as was necessary to draw you into her conflict? But in another light, she seems to be fighting to protect the city of Arkham from a terrible menace. The final piece of the puzzle was found written in a journal possessed by one of the cultists. It describes a dark ritual to be performed deep within the woods south of Arkham this very night. According to the journal, the ritual's completion will open a gate and bring forth the cult's dark master into this world. If the cult is not stopped, Lita warns there is a possibility that Umordoth's vengeance will consume all in its path. Frightened but determined to stop the ritual, you head into the woods. Need to add an elder thing to the token bag. We need to randomly choose one of these. And there are two cultists we didn't find. So we start with a Doom. And it's past midnight, so we're going to discard 2 random cards from our starting hand, which is terrifying. So basically, I want as many weapons as possible, because I might discard them. Not great. B-Cop is kind of a weapon, which is why I kept him. Okay. This is fine. Let's start with a move. Oh, from interrogating members of the conspiracy within Arkham, you have learned that they are performing a rite of vengeance in response to the destruction of one of their master's lairs. You have entered the woods outside of Arkham to try to stop them. The woods seem unnaturally cold and filled with a deathly silence. The evidence you've gathered has led you to the woods south of Arkham, where you believe a ritual to summon a being called Umordoth is about to take place. Sealing your resolve, you set forth deeper into the woods, hoping to find the site of this ritual. 3 clues. So let's move first. This location is investigating using Fist instead of skill investigated by the investigation attempt. I'm good at that. So I'm going to play a Beat Cop, and I'm going to burn the Midnight Oil. So I'm 5 against 2. I still fail. That's crazy. The world is a cruel mistress. New round, Doom. Bad cards. Test Will 3. For each point you fail by, take a horror. I'm gonna Inquiring Mind that. I didn't need it. That's fine. I'm going to... Does any of these, like, lose money? No. Okay. I'm going to investigate. 5 against 2. Finally. Actually, I want to be in a place where there's a clue in case an enemy spawns. So I'm actually going to move twice. It's crazy to not play your weapon, but I kind of have a weapon. And, Roland just likes standing on clues, so I don't really want to not be standing on a clue. After you reveal a case token for the castback while investigating. Oh, okay, so I gotta do it twice. Do I want an enemy? It's really hard for me to get this. I'm gonna take the enemy. Top 9. Normally the spawn's far away, but on the hunt, it spawns to engage with me, which is really good. Now I'll do a Doom. Why not? Okay, start of my turn. Beat Cop. Kill this man. Good job, Beat Cop. I get a clue. Then I'm gonna move twice. Each enemy at this location cannot take more than 1 damage from each attack performed against this. Fuck that. Throughout the woods, a shrieking cry echoes. From somewhere deeper in the forest, a score of hideous voices answer the call, inhuman as the baying of hounds and yet articulate, repeating a singular name. Umordoth, Umordoth, Umordoth. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck and discard cards from the top until a monster enemy is discarded. Spawn it at the main path with a Doom. Has to be a monster. That's not a monster. That's a monster. Spooky. And he's got a Doom. And he also deals horror to me, which I'm not happy about. That's poopy. Uh, Umordoth, Umordoth, Umordoth. The chanting builds in intensity, echoing into the cold air of the night. The sparse clouds in the sky coalesce above Arkham Woods, blotting out the faint light of the stars. Each enemy gets +1 fight and +1 evade. So, one idea is I get this clue and then start fighting, and it kind of should be okay. But I don't really get this clue very well. Um, so I'm gonna move and just solve this problem now. It's got a Doom on it. It's fine to solve it now. I'm gonna use my automatic. So I am 6 against 4. No, I'm 7 against 4. -1. So that's 2 damage. Oh, I take a horror just from it engaging me, which is stupid. I can move for the clue. And I think I want to. So I'm going to move back. This thing hits me for 1 and 1, but it can be like that. Um, and then I'll use my Beat Cop to kill it. And there's a clue here, so I get a clue. And I can do this, so I do. Spending all my clues. Scattered throughout the forest, you've seen glyphs and arcane sigils in various places, etched into the bark of trees, carved upon the faces of stones, and dripped in blood upon the ground. Though you cannot decipher these glyphs, you notice that most of them tend to face south. Following these glyphs, these signs leads you by twists and turns toward a cave in the darkest and coldest part of the forest. As you advance, shadowy figures emerge from the trees, blocking the only path to the cave. Set the ritual site into play, and then spawn the cultists that got away on the main path. So we're trying to go there. But these two guys are in the way. They're total jerks. Oh god, that's so much damage I need to do. Upkeep. Doom. Draw. Farthest empty location. There, I guess. It's into the misses phase. God, how do I even do this? I guess I just go in. It's not really another way to do it. I go in. Um, I'm going to start by killing Ruth first, I think. Because this is 5 fight. But I have to kill it twice. Okay. I'm going to start with the 45 automatic on Jeremiah Price. So that is 7 against 5, which isn't great. I'm going to take the initiative. +1. That was my second action. I'm going to shoot Ruth Turner with my third action. That's 7 against 3. Ooh, that doesn't help. And then at the end of my turn, I'm going to beat Cop Jeremiah to death. But that unfortunately kills me, beat Cop. Oh, no. To the victory display. Enemy phase, I take 1. Ow. At the end of the enemy phase, he moves down. We upkeep. Place a doom. Draw. Rotting Remains. God, fuck this. This is so hard. Um, Part of me wants to commit this because I could just lose. But I kind of need... I guess I don't need the money. I kind of need the money. I'm going to go for it, and I might just lose. -1. Okay, I take 1 whore. Okay, I'm going to start by... Oh, there's another doom on this. I can take this damage for days. I can't take this horror. So I'm going to focus on him. I'm going to clean him out first. 4v5. No, I'm going to clean out Returner. I'm not taking the 4v5 -2. 4v3, so I still fail. +1 fight from this. Oh boy, I'm gonna shoot Corpse Taker for 6v5. Man. I guess I try and evade it. Right? Like, what else can I do? I punch Ruth in the face for 4. That would have been nice a second ago. Okay, I take Ow, and then these 2 dooms go permanently on the card. Man. Upkeep. Doom. A dark presence approaches. As you are assaulted by invisible pressures that bring you to your knees, a terrible force threatens to invade your mind and soul. Your throat clenches and your eyes water as the sensation burns through you. In player order, test Will 6. Yeah, this is naked. I fail, no way. Um, Random basic weakness. That's madness. That's not madness. That's not madness. Nope. 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 Panic. Panic. Alright, let's... Oh, the world begins to shift and change as the ritual nears its conclusion. The air grows chilly, and the entire forest is covered in a layer of rime. The trees bend unnaturally, and their shadows lengthen into weird shapes. When this agenda, in fact, this was Act 1. Okay, so just fighting shit. If I have to draw my bad card, that's... Is this the cultist? Okay. I'm putting it on the corpse taker. Okay, I am going to punch Rita in the face. 4-2. Dead. I'm going to evade this guy. And I'm going to commit these 2 cards. I'm 1 up. There's a miracle. Okay. So this guy's going to speed up the game like really hard, but oh well. Actually, I should try and get a weapon before I start advancing things. So, I can stand here because he has aloof. So he won't jump on me. I'm going to draw. At the end of the enemy phase, this gets permanent. And then we do a Mythos phase. No, I already did that. And a Doom is going on the card again. Chill from below. Test will 3. Each point you fail by, you must discard 1 random card from your hand. Yes, it's naked. Thank you. +0. That's good enough. Play backpack. Look for 6. Oh, no, not. Oops. Look for 6. I will play the machete, so I have a weapon. I kind of want to play the Hallowed Mirror. It comes into play, I get these 2 things, and I put that there. I play backpack and 2 things. Oh, I can't play multiple things. Never mind. If I draw the Subi Medley, I just have to remember not to actually draw it. Oh man, what else am I doing? Drawing? What is it? Play, engage, or resource. So I can draw again, and I will. That's not real. Well, actually, not yet. Okay, so this is permanent. And I get a Doom. 4 out of 5. And then I place a thing. And it's an enemy. That's really annoying. Okay, turns. I punch. I use Vicious Blow. 5-2. He's dead. Um, Hold up. Okay, so the decision is... No, there's no decision. I was thinking playing Hallowed Mirror now, because then I could, next turn, play the Soothing Melody, heal this off, and continue playing. Um, no, I am doing that. So, instead of spending 4, I spend 2. I play the Hallowed Mirror. I can't play this yet, which is annoying. So I'll draw a card. Cover up. Sick. That's fine. I'll get a mental trauma. It's the last thing of the campaign. Upkeep. Bad cards. Replace the current act and agenda with the Devourer below. So I didn't make it. If Umordotha is defeated. So, if it's in 2 and 3, discard all enemies there in response to that. Okay. So Umordotha is here at the ritual site. He has 10 health. If I control Lita Chandler, it's only after her. You throw Lita into the order to spare your lives. I could do that. I have like no dodges. What happens? So this guy walks up and he punches me, and that kills me instantly. Unless I have like Lita out, which I could do. I could play Soothing Melody and Lita and automatic this turn. Um, ba, 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 ba. And then, in theory, that is 10 damage with a vicious blow if I hit them all. I have 5, 6, 7. 7 against 5. I have to win that 3 times. Let's go for it. Okay. I still have to draw my back card, don't I? Okay. I move down here. Gotta stall. I can't play assets or events. I just can't do it. I already drew Mob Enforcer, right? No, I didn't. Okay, so if I draw Bar Enforcer, I just die. So I kind of can't draw anything. So I gain 2 money. Let me double check. Yes, I have not drawn it yet. Enemy phase, here they come. This Doom doesn't matter anymore, so I'm just going to stop dealing with it. Upkeep. End of round. There's no Doom anymore. Draw. Dude. That's it. So basically what happened is that this was like the most clutch fucking dissonant voices in the world. Yeah, but I could have played the Soothing Melody, and then I drew the Young Deep one and just take a horror and die. Oh well. I was defeated. Too frightened to face her fate, Lita flees into the night. She realizes that she has failed, and Umordotha's vengeance will pursue her wherever she goes. The creature's tendrils spread throughout the city of Arkham, searching for her. It lurks in the darkness of every corner, tugging at the seams of reality, but Lita is nowhere to be found. So the creature dwells in the shadows to this day, searching, killing. In your campaign log, record that the Arkham succumbed to Immortal's terrible vengeance. Each surviving investigator is killed, and the investigators lose.